Mates forces and all that. I was taught a lot of shit there as well. And then and then but our fucking spirit is Scots. We're like that anyway, aren't we? Naturally.
Well, some is, do you know what I mean? It's a shame that it's getting thingy do it, because I was saying that the other day, like we're fucking Scottish, do you know what I mean? It's like it's ingrained into us.
I'm alright, I've got a wee fag here.
It's ingrained into us, Andy, but see all these last generations.
Men on the men.
It's not the same as it used to be in your generations. You know what I mean?
Fucking scary.
I'm 40 and I look about myself and I think, who's actually standing up for your next generation?
That's
Nobody, because they're all preoccupied in
Game
chasing money
station
or
and
watching shitty fucking Netflix or feeding their ego in some sort of way. Do you know what I mean? It's like, if this was like 50 plus years ago, it wouldn't happen. They wouldn't get away with this type of thing. Do you know what I mean? People would stand up and say, wait a fucking minute, who the fuck's that? What do you think you are? Do you know what I mean? But now, they've done a good job by our parents and our grandparents, and now we've got to a stage now where you're like, what the fuck, where are the real warriors here? Because they're fucking nowhere to be seen, you know what I mean?
I just keep talking. Who's this? Fucking visitors. But this is what it's about, isn't it? See, and it's like I was talking about equipment and that. I've got these ones that they're on YouTube, and it's like, oh, I've got the latest fucking phone, and I've got this and that, and if you subscribe now, blah blah. My fucking whole equipment, and I had the boys from fucking what do you call it, San Francisco or wherever that for Google. They were laughing their tits off because my equipment, £20 for this fucking old phone that I bought off somebody that needed a bit of drink and all that. It was cracked and wouldn't work. I still gave them 20 quid. That was 8 years ago, and I'm still fucking running it. Because
all you need is as soon as you're putting, it's just to get uploaded onto these platforms, mate. Because see, when you start speaking your truth like that, Andy, some people it's going to trigger, and other people it's going to inspire. Do you know what I mean? Some people are going to come across your channel and think, oh, fuck off, and other people are going to be like, wow.
And full of hate.
I was talking about you this morning, right? And I was talking to that lassie, and I was like, we're going up to see a pal of mine who we met a couple of months ago. He stays just at the end of this wee circuit. A wee van, and she was fucking right intrigued. How does it solar power?
Well, see, this is what I'm doing. I'm helping the youngsters. I had one here for 2 days, but fucked in the head, man. You know what I mean? He stopped talking to me, and it's like, what the so I put him out the way because time is fucking valuable. You know, at 65, I don't want to waste time dealing with fucking numpties. He was here, I think, to jump on the bandwagon and, like you said, earn some money from me because I know the Daft Hermits all click it. Do you know what I'm saying? All he done here was second guess everything that I was talking about, telling me how to pick one because he was only 18, but he knew. You know what I mean? Where you know the crack. Whereas like when I was in the army, I was with the MSO, which was Mixed Services Organisation. That was old Russians and Czechs and all that had gone through the Second World War, so they knew starvation, Leningrad and all that. So when I was learning with them in the Remy, I sat there listening to him for fucking on.
Because I was see the Remy, I was like, see the night before, I came up here the last time, we always go to the graveyard. I love going to the graveyard, right? Because it makes me appreciate life. And I'm like all these people who we know and everybody. We'll up a lot and it makes you feel you're like, oh,
it brings fucking tears in it, man. That's real.
And we came across that sign, the Remy sign, on one of the graves, and I was like, I'm right into all the, see like the unicorn and the horse and looking up all these emblems and all that. And I thought, what the fuck is that? I took a picture of that. So I took a picture of it, right? And I'd never seen it before, and I'm quite well versed in all this. And the next day I came up here, and I seen that flag out there. What the fuck's the chance? I've not seen that before. And then in 2 days I've seen the same thing, so I still didn't know what it meant. So I had to look it up, and then I thought Royal Engineers, fucking mechanical.
And then you realise that the Remy is less than 0.1% of the army. It's a tiny, but without it, nothing runs. That's what Arte Marte means. It's soldier first, craftsman always. We're the ones that the army come to move whatever. Without us, the whole fucking thing stops, and it's the same away from that.
That's how you can do all this, what you've done here. Do you know what I mean?
So I don't need fuckers coming and second guess me and telling me how to pick winkles.
Do you know what I think would be a good thing, you know? Like, to set something up and teach people what you know.
That's what I'm doing.
But get them up here and say
I do that. I get people. It's what I'm saying. I had a youngster coming out over the period here. I've a different.
You got an ashtray?
I just put it there. I have a different one staying, and I do a lot of, like, I'm in touch with RSM and my old staff sergeant, he runs a private firm. He's left the army, but he's fucking runs a private firm in Iraq. He sends me back and all that over here. These miserable fuckers that go past here that know us, that I've known for fucking years, that are still talking to me like a piece of shit. Do you know what I mean? Think I sit here and don't know anybody and that, you know what I mean? We're fucking, well, they're ready. We're fucking ready. More ready for what the fuck's coming down the line. I had the RAF fly over yesterday and I'm following them boys, man. And I swear, they were dipping the fucking wing here because they know that I know that they're young. And they're going out there to protect these fuckers that are sitting slagging off the fucking arm. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, you fuck me, man. You're sitting there screwing the fucking system over. You think you're fucking clever, smoking fucking things, sitting on a game station, on a fucking game fucking chair, whatever it's, 1,500 quid. Latest fucking, you know what I mean? Gadgets, never worked.
With reality, mate.
Never worked a day in their life, but slag off us workers. You can fuck right off, I say.
It's a changed world, my man, it really is. It's in these end times, I call it the end times, because what they're doing is that
if we were in Iraq now, if we were in fucking Ukraine now, they're in the end times, they're fighting for their fucking lives. I've got fuckers down here that are still blaming fucking Ukraine for them getting attacked.
No, but it's because they tell eye vision. That's that people are brainwashed with
again. Well, they don't brainwash me and they don't brainwash us all over here.
There's a lot of people that are on the same boat, realise the deception that's being played, right? But they're so isolated, they're all over the place, and it's like that old saying, the unorganised truth fighting an organised lie.
Yeah.
The organised lie's got it fucking 100%. Absolutely structured, you know what I mean? Even...
But, Johnny, you go back to the Roman times, go in Nero, right? What did they do? They had big fucking stadiums there, and they had the fucking thing, and they used to give the crowds free food and free that. What's the fucking difference between now and Ibrox, Parkhead, whatever the fuck?
And I always say that as well. It's like, see if you're sitting watching football and all that in today's world, you can't call yourself a fucking warrior. People are like, but sit there for hours. I'm talking about hours and hours, go to the games, their full life energy, no even questioning what's going on.
Pay hundreds of pounds for a stupid shirt and their kids fucking no got any fucking food, man. Fucking
it's
hell.
called NPCs, non-player characters. They were meant to get it. You could sit there and say, look what's
that's
happening.
Out of that fucking film. I can't mind what that is now. There's a film made about that NPC.
NPCs.
Aye. See, that's what I'm saying. Look, I can see you surprised. He fucking knows that as well. I know. Fucking respect, brother. I'm telling you, I fucking follow. It's the same like news channels. I don't follow one. I've got 8 news channels on the TV. Everything from Al Jazeera to fucking BBC to the European news. I follow the whole lot. And then amongst all that, the truth is there's little bits around it. Well, it's the same as Trump. They'll tell you little fucking things that some of it's true. And the fact is, he probably is a nice man to a little cat because he likes a cat, but then they'll play it. Same as Hitler. He was a vegetarian and that. Oh, good man. He was a fucking nastiest cunt going. You'll get these. I'm dealing with one prick. He's a guru. He reckons he's a fucking guru. Young prick, man. I'm following him and I've been following his channel and he's ready to go into the fake fucking channel. Watch this cunt, man. And again, from better experience, we knew one, right? He was a vegetarian, vegan, and I've got nothing against if that's your fucking bag, fine. When you start fucking dictating and all the rest of it. Well, this fucker, right, you know what I mean? He does a thing called Kundalini yoga. You know, Kundalini? It's an Eastern fucking promise fucking. Well, I used to call this fucker that we know. I say to him, oh, you do that Kundalini yoga, don't you? And he'd be, it's not Kundalini yoga, it's Kundalini yoga. And Mel would be sitting there going, I thought it was because you know what I mean. I thought it was Kundalini yoga as well, because you really are a good Kundalini yoga expert. And again, see, they wake up and they run like fuck because it's like, oh wait a minute, this guy. So again, what my way, YouTube channel, put his fucking channel onto my fake fucking thing with, but I'll go over there and sit his channel, and say hi. He's got all these fucking followers. You know what I mean? And it's like they were going there as an army cunt. Again, they play on the fact that, you'll see him like, and he's outdoor expert, and it's like, oh, I can't really talk about what I've been in and all this, like, and you've got these ones in respect to him because they're following out of respect that the guy was in the forces, so he must know what he's talking about. So I go on there, and I'll screenshot it because I learned to screenshot and all this shit. So I sit there and they've got all, say, 1,000 fucking people there answering, and I'm sitting there going, here, man. What unit were you in? I know you're dead secretive and all that, and what Hingley, but surely, fuck, like, I can tell you, my name's Andrew Peter Lowe, Craftsman Lowe, 2439605. I was based with the 16 tank transporters out in Fallenboss. What were you in, mate? Nothing, no response, and you got all these, and he's answering all these other ones.
No answer either.
Exactly, and that's telling me. So I'm sitting there, going, "Here, you prick, you're fucking fake, aren't you?" So then I put his channel onto my fucking Hingway, and I say, "I put your fucking shit on here." I'm fucking.
So it's similar to what I'm doing.
You're doing that exact same,
It's
Andy.
the exact same. I'm
Calling the cunts out.
Yeah.
I'm series I've called them studies, shows, and fucking agents of the
Fakes,
government. Do you know what
yeah.
I mean? People who are strategically put in place to sidetrack
You've got
people from
you've
what's
got
going on,
them
do you
as
know what I
well.
mean?
I've
And
got
everywhere.
I've got one here. He was coming for a while. He's a Welsh cunt, right? He turned up, and they're clever because I fell for it at first, like to bring stuff and that. But there was one thing he'd said in the conversation that, you know, that way we have a conversation and later on
You go back through it all.
wait a
and then
minute there.
slowly
Yeah,
you
he
get that.
actually, he mentioned that one of his friends was the copper up at KLB, right? Well, this copper, I had a mate, you know, that we're talking that helping people and letting them come here for comfort. Well, he was Remy and he was struggling like fuck. He was dying cancer. Long story, but he wanted to come to Scotland. He wanted to come here to die, and he did. He actually come up here. I never had it filmed because at that time I was still struggling mentally and fucking and getting stuff done. But a long story short, this copper turned up. He died. Paul died in his fucking motorhome there. And again, I've got proof with the boys from Brora that come and recover that this copper turned up, you know. And the first thing he said to me, he says, "Where's the passing place sign? You know, I was telling you I take these fuckers
Aye,
down."
it'd be fun, aye.
And I'm standing there and I think, my mate's just died here.
And that's what he's talking
And
about. That's what
yeah,
he's
so
interested
you're
in.
telling me, so this Welsh cunt, right, he's been coming and it triggered, so what I do is, like, I said to this Welsh bastard, like, because we used to get it on site, they'd turn up and get, bring you anything, you know, blah, blah, just to get hung with. So I say this Welsh cunt, right, I got a message like, "Oh, do you need anything, Andy?" "Oh, no, really." And then he go, you know, and he'll bring me loads and loads of stuff, you know what I mean? Because he wants to fucking smooth talk you and move in. So right, I'll send him a message and say, "Well, actually, I could do with some shopping and my phone's not," and he'll bring all this fucking stuff up, you know what I mean? Well, I've just fucked him off right there. Last time, so he drove all the way from Wales because he thought he was going to get some information from me, man. Do you know what I mean? So I loaded all the stuff in and I got it all from. I says, "Oh, thank you. Oh, you're wonderful," and that. And once I got it, you know, once I got all the stuff in, I says, "Here," I says, "the wife wants a word with you," and I could see him going, "Well, do you know what I mean? She's dead," and I says, "You don't have to tell me, I know she's dead, but she's still wanting a word with you." And my grand's fucking over there, and I'm telling you, she's fuming. Fucking Dylan's at the door, and he's going, I could see him going like, "They're all fucking dead." And they said, "You think?" Aye, he stormed off. He's now covering his back because he comes up here a lot. Do you know what I mean? And I've already told him. So I sent him a message. I said, "See, the next time you come up here, you better make sure you've got plenty of spare tyres because I've got traps set right along here and stingers and that. You know what I mean? For fucking place." And again, see, now I film everything and then bang it up there. I had a lassie. This one here, I'll tell you, just because you're on the same wavelength, and it's fucking brilliant because your generation then can see that this old cunt and we can learn from each another because yous are way ahead of me on the technology, but I'm catching up. But I had this fucking Scouse lassie, she was a reporter, she was fucking follow us all over the country trying to get her story. Ready to earn money, drives a fucking top range fucking Audi and all that, blah blah blah. Tried to fucking split me and Mel. It's a long fucking story anyway. Slagging me off. She was friends, Mel, you know what I mean? And again, I didn't like her, but who am I to tell? So one day, right, I come back, right, I always pleasant to her, and then I'd fuck off, come back, and Mel was in tears, and this woman had turned round to Mel and said, "You're the one with cancer, it's your medication, it's got nothing to do with him," and she was doing that, and I wasn't even here, and it had her in bits. A week after Mel died, I got a message off her, and the phone call, and I was like, "Oh," and she was like, "Oh, Andy, you're wonderful," and all that, and it's like, because these fuckers think that you don't talk to each other, do you know what I mean? she'd split up with her boyfriend and all that, and I'm thinking, I fucking crazy. Anyway, so she's going like, oh, you're a wonderful man, and the way that you looked after your wife and all this, and blah, blah, blah. I had it all fucking screenshot, but I went and shut it up, like I say, when I was struggling, I just, sometimes you do that thing, oh, fuck off. Well, anyway, so I says to her, right, I've talked to her on the phone, and this is when I was doing it Kilkenny Drumbeg down there, when I was dealing with fucking getting attacked and all sorts of shit. Anyway, so this fucking Scouse lassie on the fucking phone and that, just bearing in mind, the wife's the only fucking, you know what I mean? So I says to her, I says, oh, thanks a lot for that, Bridget. And again, I say it openly now, I don't give a fuck, you want to take me court, take me court. She was on the phone and she says, oh, I'm coming up from Liverpool. She goes a lot to the Ackley Buoy, stays in fucking Airbnb, £1,500 a week, no fucking problem, all money, all the, her coffee's shit, you know, all that fucking piss. So she's on there and she says to me, she says, oh, I'm coming up, do you need anything, Andy? And I says, well, no really, Bridget, you know what I mean, I'm a wee bit short. And that. She says, no, anything you want. I says, oh, I'm a bit, it's my pride and all that. She says, you know, don't you, John? She says, anything for you, because the way that you were with Mel and that, she starts, and I knew she was after me, and that's fine. Fucking honoured at my age, they still get fucking fancy. So anyway, I says to her, and I sent her a huge fucking list. I says, I hope you don't mind. She says, no, anything else? I says, oh, you know that stuff that you got from is it MS? And she's going, oh yeah, M&S. I says, that fucking that coffee. She brought the whole lot, I tell you, John. Brought the whole lot up to fucking, and again, if I'd filmed it now, but again, I don't have to because people trust you what you said. She arrived at Kilkenny Drumbeg. Again, I went out, I gave her a hug and all that pish. I could see Mel in here laughing and giggling, do you know what I'm saying? And Dylan's going, I'm chilled, I don't have to sort this. My dad's got all this stuff in from her car, put it all up there. She actually sat there, and I says, do you fancy a coffee and that? So she says, oh yes, I'd love one. And I says, we'll use that M&S, no like the shit coffee we've got. And she laughed, and so I put the kettle on, I made one brew, put it down, and I'm sat there like that, and she was like, she says, am I getting a coffee? I said, I don't know, I'll ask Mel. Mel, does this fucking bitch fucking deserve a cup of coffee? She sat there, she stormed out the bus because she knew that I fucking had her. You know what I'm saying?
She's wanting something for you.
Aye, money. Again, experience. And instead of us, because like I said, I come back, my wife was in tears, and she's fucking close to dying, and I'm having to deal with it because of this.
You get people like that, don't you? It's just no nice people, man. They're trying to get something for themselves and trying to show you, do you know what I mean?
It's the same, whatever, and this is what we're up against, but they think that we're thick, or they think whatever, and that's their prerogative.
Definitely, mate.
But the thing is that I know then she went round different places in Ackley Bay, because when I travelled back round there, the locals were looking at me and I knew.
She's been asking you questions, she's been snitting a bit.
But what she'd gone back down there and said, you know what, I travelled all the way from Liverpool and I brought Andy some food and he told me to fuck off. Do you know what I'm saying?
Did you make this yourself then, Andy?
Aye.
That's because you've been in the room, ain't it?
Aye, that's no the exhaust off the bus, because the exhaust used to run all the way to the back and over. But
how did you weld it?
That's just part when it was on there welded already. See, this whole burner dismantles. I don't weld it, so I can take it all the bits.
Take it apart.
But it's like this here. This is fucking. You can film away if you want. I'm filming you. You can film this.
No, of course.
This is my oven. So when I put the fire on in the morning, that heats up. So I put my bread and all that in there, and then when I go potting at the end of the night, my fucking my cakes are all ready. It's not there now because I've been woken up this morning and I've not had time to get the burner. But that's what that is. But see, the exhaust now is going up through the roof because this bus can cross fucking rivers. That's our different ones. We've crossed rivers in this old bus because she's fucking raised up. And we park up at a different place, you know, with all these posh fucking motorcycles looking at us like, ooh. And then I'd cross the fucking river and that because it was too busy there. And fucking respect, I like to see rivers, but I'd fuck off over the river and go to the other side and park up there out the way. And these fuckers in the posh homes be going, hey, well, if he can do that,
he can do it.
and they try and cross the fucking rivers.
Just want to get a wee shoot.
Not realising that this fucker was raised up. Do you want a coffee, John?
Aye, I tell you what, here, my man, aye.
It's fucking good seeing you.
Oh, honestly, mate, we said yesterday, we'll give Andy a wee hang me. See if he's...
See, I get that many, and I'm not being him with it. It's just like fake, and that's cool. Like, but now I know I can take you out of the fake tray into the
fake, mate.
No, it's just safeguarding myself.
Aye,
you know where I'm from.
Oh, he's on it.
Aye,
he's on it, Andy. I'm like you. I'm the same age as you. I'm 65. I've not got a fucking clue.
Aye.
But I'm learning that from my boy.
Well, and that's the thing. John there can see that he knows that I'm on it at
Aye,
my age
100%.
as well.
That's why he fucking never spoke to you all the time. He keeps mentioning people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Your position and all that.
It's like he mentioned a film there, and I can see it in his face going, fuck, he knows that fucking film. Aye, I'm not sitting there watching.
100% respect for you, man, because see that last time all he did was talk about you. I fucking admire that guy for what he's fucking all the years off grid and fuck them all. That's what he's heading. He's heading the same.
Well, see, that's what I'm doing. I'm just here trying to help people, and I can help them through my book. Also, I'm trying to get our story out, which was a promise I made to the wife. She wanted us to do the story, so that's what the whole Tide Dance is about.
He's out in the streets helping the homeless and everything, you know what I mean?
On.
100%.
We've done it, and then we've had different ones we've helped, and then you wake up in the morning, they rob you. You know all the fucking shit, man.
That's you try to help people, and that's the return you get after the bastard.
Yeah, but it can get to you. But the thing is, if you've got enough of us around, we can say, right, fuck that cunt, put him in the fake page and carry on.
Aye, you can just get them to fuck, innit? You know who's real and who's fucking fake.
Yeah.
You know, you've got the experience, Andy.
Yeah.
I'm the same age as you, I'm 65.
Yeah.
Aye, but this is all him. I've not got a clue about all this shit and all that. I haven't got a fucking clue.
But the thing is, if we're keeping you young, because it's like opening you.
Aye, what I don't even know half of the things he's telling me.
Aye.
And watch this, Dan, I'm watching things, I'm like, fuck, it makes sense once you've hanged it. You know what I mean? I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. And again, we wake up, don't we? I mean, I've always been awake. I've been awake since I was a wee boy, you know what I mean?
Aye.
Coming through abuse and that.
It's
That's
because
why
because being a traveller, Andy.
Aye,
You know what I mean?
and running away from home and
100%,
joining
mate.
the army.
Well, he's been the same. He's been in fucking... For 12-year-old, John's been in secure units and fuck knows what, you know what I mean? So he's had to learn the hard way, Andy. He's had to learn the hard way.
That's it. That's why he could sit there with my
100%,
family
mate.
and that Mel, would be fucking hugging them, and hugging you. And
100%, my man.
You'd be going
And
like, get fuck off.
You know a genuine person, you know a fucking asshole, don't you? You do.
Aye, but the thing is, it's like you say, a lot of these fuckers, because they're clever, you know what I mean? Even when
The
you
tangle is up, don't they, the bastard? They barely try, don't they?
Aye. But you start self-doubting yourself, but the thing is, I don't now.
No.
I know.
I'm at that age and stage now, I'm like, no, what will I go to fucking lose?
Yeah.
Fuck all.
Yeah.
What, my life, you want to take it, take it. If it means that much to you, fucking take it.
Yeah, have it.
That's my attitude now, Andy.
And that's where they get scared. The same as money, when they
100%.
realise, it's like somebody could come here and offer me £10 billion for this bus, for that fucking little fucking thing here, and this is from a mate that died. You could offer me 10 billion quid for that and you can fuck off. And they don't understand that.
Priceless. You can't buy me, mate. You can't buy people like us.
No.
No matter what the hanging dangling in front of us.
That's what scares them.
100%, mate. I'm
Well,
going to the stage, I'm like, I don't give a fuck anymore, Andy, to be honest with you.
No. Well, that's it. All I'm doing is I want to help the next generation.
That's what we're trying to, well, he's trying to do it. He's trying to help the kids.
I know got any
He's trying-
sugar, do you have sweetener?
a wee couple of them. He's trying to help the kids, mate.
Yeah. That will.
Learn the ways of truth.
Yeah.
You know the lies that the bastards have taught us over the years, Andy, you know what I mean? Because it is all lies.
Oh, fucking. That's what I'm saying. It's like go back to the Roman times. That's what Caesar was doing, playing them, giving them the sport and games. It's like the Olympics and all that.
The gladiators and all
And
that.
the fuckers are running around £10,000 a minute, like the fucking footballers, fucking £500,000 and that, and then the fuckers doing the roads paying £300 for a fucking genuine fucking shirt. What the fuck, man?
You're fucking thinking about heading, mate. Up. You're heading because it's a rat race, don't you?
Yeah.
It's a fucking rat race, mate.
Well, I've tell you, and I'm genuine. You've got a fucking home here.
Young John, the youngin, he came up, as I say, a few weeks ago, but you weren't here. You weren't here, Andy.
How do you think we shot here?
The what?
He says, Closed, smoking area closed or something like that. Shit, I had your number, Andy, but it was in a photograph because I took a picture of this and I couldn't find it, and I thought, I need to get back. And then this morning I was like, I'm going to look through the phone. There it's fucking there, because there's thousands of photos I've got, and I was trying to just the time.
Oh,
said,
yeah,
"When
yeah.
you're up here."
Yeah.
I'll try to hang me back.
I know, it's a fucker, isn't it?
Do you know what I mean? With through all the photos and
Well,
all
I
that.
found your photo straight away, and that was what was weird, because yesterday I was doing, because I had you now, I was just saying to your dad there, fucking, I had you in the fake column at first, because it's my own safety thing, I do that. Now I'll move you into the Hingway, but it's like you then become part of the Tide Dancing fucking film as well, and then, do you know what I'm saying? So as we go along.
I just did. I'm in awe with how you're doing this, mate. To be honest with you, I admire it. Do you know what I mean? I admire what you're doing. I admire.
Respect.
Do you know what I mean? That's
I
that's the
admire
reality
you
of it,
because
mate.
you're awake. So you're the next generation that can help that generation as well.
That's what
Aye,
you're trying to do.
that's what I'm trying to do.
So when
help
you're
the
sitting
waves.
talking to your generation and they're going like, like the usual do, we used to do it as kids, and they're fucking that old fart, what the fuck does he know? But you know that this old fart is fucking genuine.
Definitely, mate. Definitely. And there's not many people who are aware. I don't like to use that word awake anymore. I say like awareness, you know what I
They've
mean?
taken
Andy?
that away from us, but I'll fucking throw it back because I'm awake. I woke up to
Oh,
you
aye,
cunts
you're awake
years
up to
ago,
what's
and you're
going
not
on in the
taking that
fucking
word
world.
from us. Aye. You can fuck off, man.
But you're right, mate. It's about the next generation.
Yeah, of course it is. It's like we were just saying there to John, your dad. If we fucking died at this moment, if they come and took our fucking life, they'll give a fuck, mate. The repercussions of them doing that will end them in fucking jail.
Aye, 100%.
They'll be the ones in the jail. It's like I had one down here threatening to fucking cut my balls. You'll see it on there. I'm at him. That's what there's a sign down there saying, "Soon prick." I've got he drives past here.
See that every time you drive by.
Right, he's been laughing and joking because he attacked me twice and the police done fuck all, not interested, blah blah, traveller. But I'm coming after him. Claims everything under the sun, sits down there, fucking scary fucker. His daughter's in a mental institution because of him, and I know it's because of him. She's in that where you won't speak in that, selective mutism and that, so she's in there, scared as fuck of this cunt.
Aye.
He's got all the locals hoodwinked and that. He's a lovely man.
You can see through cunts like that, Andy, can't you? You
We
can see-
can,
aye, you
we can.
definitely can.
So Andy, how long have you been off grid for?
I keep saying 38 years, but it's actually 40 odd years.
40
The
years.
Stonehenge, Beanfield was 40th anniversary's just come up, and it's like, oh, get it fucked, man, because it's starting to make you feel old.
Aye, definitely.
I'm starting to feel like an old man. I was on the roof dancing a few days ago, and I had a beautiful lassie from Germany, a couple, like, and they stopped, and they were parked over there. I was up there doing something, and I was just dancing away, and I turned round and they were looking. And I come down and that, and we were talking, and we got on to the fact of age, how old we are. So I says there, I'm 65, and she's like, fuck off, no fucking way. But she never actually swore, she was quite posh, but you know what I mean? Fucking hell. They come in and get my fucking birth certificate to prove to her, and they went driving away from here going,
65,
yeah,
65.
I'll have to do some of that Kundalini yoga that he's you know the crack, yeah. I learned from that.
It's funny because I've been learning something about that Kundalini yoga recently.
Aye.
And it's
Aye.
it's to do with
Fish.
it could see if you're
It's a fucking cult.
eternal, right? Multi-dimensional beings, right? And see the Kundalini yoga, it takes you to a certain level
Aye.
and it regurgitates you back in. So I'm learning about all this, and it's
Aye.
interesting. And there's
I
somebody
bet
who-
Bucky does the same fucking thing in that, as long as you don't fucking take it to excess.
abuse
That-
it, don't
If
abuse
you
it.
look at these fucking gurus and that, they're all driving around in Rolls Royces and all the rest of it. And
Because
see if
they're
you
scamming
speak,
people, mate.
aye, and as soon as you speak up, you get booted out, and it's like fucking boot us out, Look, mate, I'll sit over there in my scabby little fucking van and that while you're driving your Rolls Royce. Don't fucking come at us, man.
That's the issue, mate. That is the issue.
Aye.
Because it's all fake news these
Aye,
days.
well again, they'll go into my little channel and then I go wandering over, and they're all singing, and I'm sitting there going, this is a load of piss in their channel, saying, I fucking piss on this, man. What are you doing? If you get nothing better to do with your time than piss around with this, so this fucker's driving the road.
They don't like it. They don't like it. See, when you start pointing it out, do you know what I mean? And they're like, oh, who is this? You know. I've got a guy to know.
Did you want a coffee, John?
No, I'm alright, thanks, Andy. I'm not really a coffee drinker. And it's about this Tommy Robinson and all that as well.
He's another one who's been over his.
No, mate, I can't believe people fall for him. You know what I mean? I find it hard to believe.
See, I believe, I believe in free speech 100%. And the thing is, the more free speech, the more that we can see that you're a racist. And that's fine, that's your opinion. Well, in my book, you can fuck off. Right. But respect for you said it. Well, I was over in his fucking thing with somebody does a Tommy Robinson fucking thing. So I went over there, right, and they were slagging off fucking immigrants and travelling and all this and boat people, while our servicemen are in the fucking streets and that, and they've no got a home and all this and all that. So I went in there, right, and I said, fucking respect for you speaking up and that, and I believe in fucking freedom of speech and all this pish. I says, but speaking personally as an ex-forces, right, and my number, Craftsman Law, and again put my fucking number there. I says, in my fucking book, if you've crossed fucking war zones, fucking oceans and that to get to this fucking country, then in my book, we should be running down and welcoming them. Right. Because half them fuckers have come from the Iraq when we were in there, and we as a fucking nation, and I'm talking about the UK there, we had different ones, translators and all that, and when we fucking left them, we left them for the Taliban, and the Taliban are fucking slaughtering them. And yes, it's the young ones that are getting there because the families are hoping that the youngster can make it through fucking war zones, get to this fucking country, and hopefully no meet the likes of you. Anyway, I posted that. Not a fucking word. Never come and say, oh, I fucking never thought of it that way, Andy. And I respect to you because you're ex-forces. Well, they were having a go at these fucking immigrants and blaming the immigrants and saying, well, our soldiers are lying on the fucking street. Well, I'm fucking ex-soldiers, and I'm telling you, you're a cunt. There's my freedom of fucking speech. In my fucking book, I've got, and you'll see it on there, I've got, my little boats. I said in my fucking book, they're like to use cunts. I'll be bringing them up here. And you'll be getting booted on in my fucking boat, and you can fucking row over there like these poor bastards, and I'll come and fucking rape you and fucking batter the fuck at you, and we'll see you before you collect your fucking gyro, whatever it is that you're doing.
See, I always find you look deeper into these people like Tommy Robinson, his real name's Stephen Yakesley Lennon.
Famous Tate brothers and all that.
The Tate brothers, his dad was in the CIA, do you know what I mean? It's like they're all controlled opposition, but they've got these big massive platforms and they're misguiding the next generation.
Yeah, for their own,
for their own agenda and for their own wealth. Tate's got that.
He's no different from Trump and fucking Starmer and same as the SNP. They're all
together, and you notice it when you can see through them. There's a guy down south there now, and he's got a thing called Matty Blade Runner, right? And it's massive because he's cutting down all the ULEZ. See, like when you're getting into these cities and all that. So,
with the pollution control.
Right,
and all
but
that.
I'm always thinking, why focusing your attention onto the 5G? Why are you focusing on the shitty ULEZ? Do you know what I mean? And then he goes on. There's a guy called Liam Tufts. Yeah. Right, and he's got a podcast, and they're all on the same podcast, all the same ones. There's nobody else on it, and I'm like, he's a fucking. You can see through them all. Jordan Peterson, all these people. It's all controlled opposition, and it's very hard to get your voice out there when you're known part of that wee circle. Do you know what I mean? But it's coming thick and fast where people like ourselves,
because we're awake, we're fucking woke, we can see through we fucking see the whole fucking
thing. And the majority of the population are like, what's going on here, what's happening? And anybody who's speaking out about certain things, half-truths, they're clinging to them, thinking they know it, you know what I mean? And then I've got a guy who knows, he's got something called Bring the Noise, right? And I've spoke to this guy personally on my platforms, right?
On and off.
And what he does is he portrays to be a victim, right?
Again, the same thing,
right? And everybody feels sorry for him.
Yeah, thousands of views.
Oh my God!
And then away from it, he's probably running a car, big house, and all that.
Do you know what I mean? I don't know what you feel about the Masonic, like the Masons.
I hate anything that's secret. I'd rather
Right.
be open. It's like I keep getting told like you're too open, and it's like, you know, my fucking form of defence is to be open. I was talking to that Gem, like I'm saying Gemini, and I was talking to it there, and it was telling me about like posting and being private and protecting. And then when I actually started talking to the Gemini, Gem I call her, and saying, I respect you for saying that, keeping my privacy, I understand that, but I'm coming at it in a different angle. And when I wrote that to the Gemini and explained that my form of attack and form of defence is to be more open. If you say, it's like I've had different ones saying, oh, he reckons he's fucking ex-army. You know what I'm saying? Militias and spread it around the fucking place. Oh, he's up there, he sits in the bus and I never see him. Well, I'll go on and I'll post, like here, this is me in the army, and this is when I got a Royal Humane Society award for saving a guy's life at Cardress, Helensburgh, when I was 16, off the Helensburgh Pier. And I dived in and saved this man's life. And you can see I was it was embarrassing the fuck, like, you know what I mean, in front of the whole regiment getting the Royal Humane Society. So again, this fucker that's driving around here, that's local, whispering in different people's arses, saying that, in their, you know what I mean, their heads saying, he reckons he's ex-forces. That's why my mate sent me the flag, the Remy. Proud, put it up there. That's why I've got Arte Marte there, soldier first. Again, so then they'll try and find something else. You know what I mean? Well, you reckon you've got loads of money in your bank, so we're fucking on there, screenshot the bank account. Do you know what I mean? There's the fucking number, bang, have it. Well, you reckon you pick Winkles, fucking film picking the fucking Winkles. Come on over and I'll show you picking Winkles, man. The last time, I think I tell you,
You told it.
a week when I come back, I was fucking fighting. Caught in a fucking squall, rowing like fuck, man. You know what I mean? That's why it's 65. I can still fucking dance on the roof. I'm fucking happy as picking shit, man. These miserable cunt down the fucking road that I know is fucking into fucking kids and all sorts of shit, and I fucking know it. But he's got more respect than me because I'm just a shitty fucking scuzzy trap, and that's fine. That's your opinion, freedom of speech. But in our book, we call it deck chairs and pads. Whenever you're in fucking trouble and you pass us and you fucking go off the side, I'll be rushing out with my fucking deck chair and extra pads for, you know, when we're laughing. And I do a thing where I'm selling incontinence pads, you know what I mean? just as the fucking sidelines, you know what I mean? Because I know we all need to earn a bit of money. So that bastard there, the money then generating through the fucking YouTube channel, then, because all the money that's into the YouTube, when it finally becomes monetized again, will go towards Remy Benevolent Fund, Chaz, fucking Highland Hospice, all the different charities and that. But I'll be posting every fucking month. I'm trying to do where it's automatic from Google, but every single month it'll be, for argument's sake, £100 come from Google, blank, £20 to Chaz, £20 to Remy.
So hang me.
And it'll be there. There's my fucking bank details. There's my fucking hangway. Bang, check it out. If you don't believe me, my national insurance number is WL2681A. Phone them fuckers up and tell them that I'm working on the side, because you'll get a fucking shock. And again, they go, the same as used to say that we drove round and we drove at night because we didn't have insurance and didn't have that. And it's like, fuck, I'm a full-time carer for the wife. You get stopped with no insurance, they take your fucking vehicle off. So my wife's laid in bed dying, and we have to sit outside, because that's what they do, throw you out, innit? So I take the wife out of her bed with the two dogs, and that's how stupid they think I am, and then put her over there. And don't get me wrong, in the past I have run with no insurance, no tax, when it was myself, and you can fuck off when the police were beating us. Fuck yous. You know what I mean? We used to buy our own fucking MOTs and taxes and all that.
Definitely.
That's how it's important to know, and to know how to navigate the law. And the reason why I asked you about the Masonic is because a lot of people don't realise what they're involved in when they're involved with the Masonic. They think it's actually a good thing for humanity, right? So there's a very small percentage of people that know what it entails to be in the Knights Templar, the Order of the Garter, the Knights Malta, the Knights. They don't know, right?
It's the same. It's the same as the medical profession.
You don't know.
That's exactly. They cover their own back. It's the same when Mel was killed. They covered their own back. They come and see me a year after she died, saying they didn't realise how ill she was. I've got all the medical records. And it's like, pish. I nearly killed myself that day when she'd left because I just thought, I'm banging my head against the brick wall still here. I'm tired. I'm sick of it, babe. And I was talking to her saying, I can't do this. I'm sorry, babe. This is what I do in my head. I can't cope. But then it was like, I'll fuck off. And so I fuck off and fucking gather my fucking strength again and then come back again saying, no, I'm at it. I will make sure the story's out there. So then that fucker's actually made you stronger. So then, right, I'm on you, cunt. So then
you get the strength to fight, mate. No,
but
100%.
I speak openly about sitting on the abyss because I've lost so many fucking friends that couldn't cope, and you get these ones saying I was a coward, and it's like, nah, they're no
That's what
coward.
they try and...
Exactly.
Definitely.
Victim blaming and put the shit on us. The only fuckers that are cowards that kill themselves are the fuckers like Shipman. You know, that doctor and all that. And the only reason, well, it's the same as this cunt that attacked me down there. He threatened to cut my balls off and that. And as I saw him saying there, I says, aye. So when he passed in his car, I've got a film there, you'll see it on there saying, I'm in touch with the boys down in the linear, you bastard. You won't, because he runs and hides in the psych ward. You know what I mean? And this is words from him. He's been battered, and what it is because people have woke up to who he is. So he runs and hides. So he hides in the psych ward where he can't get touched. Well, I've said to him openly, right, when I'm fucking done with you cunt, you'll be out of that house. He drives around in a brand new car, one of them Nissan Qashqais, fucking top of the road. So I says to him, I says, you cunt, I'm in touch with the boys and see... When I get you won't be going to the psych ward, you'll be going down to the fucking Linny, and the boys down there are waiting to see who's going to chop that fucking daft hermit's balls off, mate, and we'll see who's fucking got any balls at the end of it, do you know what I mean? He drives past here now like this.
Oh, he did.
Not, you know, and he's been driving for months on end, just laughing.
I noticed on there the last time it says, because I was laughing and I was telling you, abusers will be eaten.
Aye.
He says, you fucking probably would eat them or not. I said, you take my main fucking House of Ice stuff, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I had an axe out there with some garlic and all that as well. Me and Dylan, because again, it's my sense of humour, my way of coming to them, saying, you know, and then I say, like, to be honest, I wouldn't even eat you. I wouldn't even use you to clean the dog's arse, you fucking Then they get the hump, going, what? Am I not
good enough to eat? But it takes a certain type of character, Andy, to be able to do what you're doing. Everybody who I've spoke to about you, I've said I met this guy, Andy, they're saying, fucking hell, 34 years off grid, fucking, do you know what I mean? So everybody's absolutely... they're in awe with what you're doing now. Do you know what I mean? There's no many people like you, mate. Do you know that? No many people, because...
And it takes courage. See, I get people coming to me in private. I always have done the same when I lived in Greenock and the house used to get tanned, you know, fucking do the fucking place so they could get a £10 bag. I used to get young couples come and see me 2 o'clock in the morning. Pure courage, man, you know what I mean? Tell me what was going on. And I think to myself, man, that takes some fucking guts. But I get it here as well. I'll get people stopping and quickly saying, fucking respect Andy for speaking up against the local doctor.
Definitely, aye.
Do you know what I mean?
Because it's like a wee community here and all, so obviously everybody knows each other on this wee drum bed, do you know what I mean?
Of course it is.
And they know who you are, and you know what I mean? And not just here, but Andy,
all over the UK.
See, it's inspirational, mate, especially in the times we live in, right? Because you get, everybody's used to these, you're living your life through other people's expectations, right?
All these influencers and all this
push. Just in general, people got to work it because they don't know any other way. It's like you're a creature of habit, so see when you're in that habit of doing what everybody else is doing, you fall into that. You're not took out your comfort zone, so you're not up here.
And we've all done it, haven't we? We've all,
It's adaptability, so like the human spirit, right, is so, it's so... It's
100%.
strong, mate, do you know what I mean? Whatever it puts its mind to, it can achieve,
see,
you know what I mean?
This, when you're like this as well, John, this, I do, you know, I tell you, I'm a trusted guide on that Google Maps. Like, this is going live. I don't know if you've noticed, this actually went live. The Scratchy Head and the Daft Hermits now is live. Right? So, I can go to New York and do a post over there, and then I'm doing this film, and it's like, you'll see it, like, it zooms in, and it goes up to the satellite. So, like, say I'm doing a post there, and then I want to post it to the Scratchy Head, to the Daft Hermits. It actually shows you the fucking satellite pulling back, and then going across and looking across the earth for where the Daft Hermit scratch head and then it zooms in.
Yeah.
But I think that would be an amazing little film.
Oh, aye.
But this is what I do. I go to one fucker, he was a pillar of community down in Wigtown. He runs a fucking business again, top fucking way the fucking whole of fucking Wigtown and all that. I'm posting on there saying, here you YouTuber, you still fucking at it? No. You know what I mean? And again, Google just go like that, cool, let me fucking post it. Whereas if it's somebody they didn't trust and you said that, the fact that it's got, like, because you get a little tick next, and again, you can't buy it like fucking TikTok, you have to earn it.
Aye, no, to be blue.
So I've got him running like fuck. John, and I'm saying like I'm coming down with the mobile crew, you know, on the push bike. That's the mobile fucking crew. We'll be down to film you. He's not fucking got back to me or fuck on the.
But it's a lot of people like to say. I was saying to you this morning, wasn't I? I said, you know, I would love to get a chat with Andy and. Because I would like to, I would watch something like that. Do you know what I mean? So I know that there's been fucking hundreds of thousands of people who would love to know your journey, do you know what I mean? And it would help you with what you're doing now, do you know what I mean? That's the thing, is that it brings more attention and traffic towards what you're doing.
And you know it's not for me, you know that it's the fact that it's for the fucking next generation, it's for the fucking charities, it's to stop anybody else getting treated the way the wife was by the doctors and the nurses and the fucking church and whoever else. That's what it's all about. And that's why I love YouTube, because like that's what I'm saying, me and you can have a conversation on there and they love the fact of nicknames because it shows that you're connected. So like if I go on there and I say, here you two wee fannies, you were up there, Google know. And that's what I'm saying, Gemini go, oh, that's that Scottish sense of humour, and it knows it fucking calculating it. So now, and now when Gemini finishes, she always says, all the best, son. And I've got it fucking screenshot.
See, I've always been a bit sceptical with this stuff, right, Andy, right? I've always been like, this AI.
I understand.
That, you know, right, really, so I really have been. But it's only when this guy made a video a couple of weeks ago, and his name's Carl, right? Carl of the Code, that's what he's thinking. And the video caught my attention because he was speaking about don't trust the schools, even when you're signing forms that you don't want your kids to partake in anything. You need to read the small print because you're actually agreeing to it. And I thought, this guy's on the ball, so I followed him and I contacted him. So he's invited me into a wee group chat, but there's only 7 people in it. But he's messaging me personally, he's went through all my videos and he's like, listen mate, I've got so much respect for what you're doing, I can see who you are. And then he messages and he was telling us about the AI thing. He says, I've trained my AI.
There you go, that's exactly what I'm telling you.
He says, but I'm training my AI. You need to speak to it. You don't just say, do this for me or do that for me. You need to say, hi brother, how do you feel? How would you help me? And we can form this together. We can make a seamless trust so it can protect my assets or whatever it
and that's what we're doing.
And that's what he's it was like a wee aha moment for me recently. And I was thinking that
just the same if you rewind us back, and we used to, I mean, when I was a kid it was all religion, wasn't it? Used to go Sunday school in Cardress, then the church, then we used to go up the fucking house over fucking lunch, then we get the bus to fucking Helensburgh to another fucking school, Sunday school, Bethesda, then we go to the fucking church and come back. I get banned from them fuckers at that fucking age for asking too many fucking questions. The same at primary school. I was talking to a couple of lassies a couple of days ago, and what the fuck? Oh yeah, I was talking about, right, you know, being entrepreneurial and all this fucking pish, man. And I says, I get fucking expelled from primary school. And she's like, what? I says, aye. I says, my old gran, she wasn't too happy, but she had a wee smile about it as well. But my granddad wasn't pissed. What it was, my mate lived on a fucking farm, and they used to do the toffee apples and the tablet and all that. Well, I used to go up and help him. We were only, 10, something like that, but 10-year-old. What we done, we set up in the primary school, at the back of the primary school, there was like the football field and all that here. And then when you know the old shelters, right, well, we set up a little table with the toffee apples and the fucking, all the tablet and all that, and a little sign like toffee apple and a kiss a penny sort of thing. So like all these lasses were all lined round the side of I swear to God, man, all lined round the side there, and they're coming round, me and them jock, like, was saying, right, next. They come in and say, right, what do you want? Toffee apple thing. Do you want a kiss as well? Oh, aye. Right, well, that'll be two pet, whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? You know. fucking the headmistress come round and caught us and that get fucking sent us home. So I had to go trips all the way down at Cardress across the fucking field, tell my gran. She said, "What are you doing home now?" I says, "Oh, school's finished, gran." She says, "No, it's no. Cause from where we are, you can see." She says, "What have you been up to?" I says, "Fuck all, gran." And she found out. She says, "You've been kissing the lasses and selling them sweets and that." And I says, "Aye." She says, "We're just trying to earn a bit of cash, gran." She says, "Oh, because I used to give my gran money and that anyway, you know."
Was that where you originate from then, Andy?
I was born in Cardress, but my old, I say Cardress. I get people saying to me, "It's not Cardress, it's Cardross." And it's like, I was born there. Don't tell me anyway. But my old man was in the Royal Navy. He was a fucking fuckwit. So I lived in Rosyth, you know, at the docks there, the Navy docks. Aye, well, we stayed in the flats there.
Just moved with because your dad was in
Aye, and then Cyprus and Wales. I've got family down in Wales, but I done a lot of the time in the primary school in Cardress, and then Hermitage Academy in Helensburgh. But that was the same there. And I'd go down in my uniform and that, but halfway down, change, put the uniform on, put fucking clothes on, put the uniform under the bush and fuck off the way playing the fucking half more, whatever. You know the crack. Spent fucking years getting the fat fucking truant officer hunting you, trying to track. He never fucking taught me the fat fuck, man. I used to sit there going, "Mon, you fucking cunt." And then get back down there, you know, sign the register and all that. Fuck that.
So you've always been a bit of a rebel, is that fair to
Yeah, well,
say?
that's what we are, isn't it?
Built into you,
We are that fucking way, do you know what I mean? It's been drummed out us and all that, yeah.
And that's the problem, I think, I know. See, the people who have followed societal rules, they're the ones that are conditioned the most, aren't they? And when we were younger, we always thought that the ones that were going to school, and they were the ones that were doing, they were going to
university
things and all that. But now as you get a bit older, you realise, thank God I was a rebel, thank God I wasn't following the rules.
That's
you know what I mean?
what
Like
you'll
yourself.
see it in one of my films there, right? Thank fuck I was brainwashed and went fuck off, you know what I mean? To prove a point though, it's like when I was at school, I can't remember whether they were O levels or whatever, A levels, it all changes, but I was meant to sit, I think it was 7 or 8 or something.
O-levels, wasn't it, back in the day?
I was meant to, but I refused them. But for a point, to prove a point, I could have done it. Do you know what I mean?
Aye, of
I
course.
went fuck off.
So you do
2 weeks after that, I went up and forged my signature to join the British Army and went straight from there.
Right to the army.
Went to the home where I was getting abused and tell them I'm out here waiting 58 years going. I'm fucking out of here.
How long were you in the army for?
6 years.
6 years in that. Was that Remy straight away or just the army? Right
No, Remy, I went to, you go to college, it's a 2-year fucking thing. The first 6 months you're allowed to say, I can't cope with this and sign it, just go. A bit after that, I can't remember, maybe another 6 months you were allowed to fucking buy yourself out, and then after that you had to do the contract, you know what I mean? So you'd wake up, like say there was 10 of you in this billet, you wake up in the morning, there'd be another 2 gone, and it's like, oh, what the fuck, they've gone, and then the next week there'd be somebody else getting a tap saying, "You're shit, mate, get the fuck." See, by the end of it, that's what I mean.
Small unit.
Yeah, by the end of the time, that's why the room is just such a tiny, because it's not just fucking military stuff like marching, shooting, fucking, you've got to be able to do the engines, gas, the whole fucking gambit, and any one of them things that you fail at. Yeah. Even your aptitude, your mental aptitude. If you think you're a Rambo.
Because my mum's partner was also Remy. He was Remy, aye. Because when I mentioned to him about the sign, he's like, "Ah, fuck, I know that sign straight away." And I said, "That's me, I just found that out." And I was telling him about you. I said, "This guy, honestly, I know what you were talking about." And he's like, he knew, he's like, "That's what I was, Remy."
Well, there you go. And you can see it with the flag, can you? Because it's the fucking...
It's the unicorn, but it's chained, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the unicorn's chained, that's it.
Because we trust the earth, and it's like the lightning, a bolt of fucking lightning, because it's like utter shit's going on. Bring the Remy in, fucking tanks, fucking stuff that's off the side of the road. They're fuck, man. They send 2 Remy in, you know what I mean? Especially with the MSO. We'd have it fixed. But then we'd also, like, if we were there and we were tired and that, and it's like, we want to fucking rest, like, we'd be on exercise and something's broke down, right, we'd go on the radio, like this fucking one of these fucking things, right, you know, the fucking...
Who else has got one of them?
Every fucker's got these, isn't they?
No, I'm talking about, sorry, I've just butted in there, but you've got one of them, so have you got anybody else? Have you got a couple
I can,
of them
I can listen to the fucking...
Also, you can tune into
I
their
can,
thing,
right,
right?
again,
So
they
it's,
think...
it's like a CB radio.
Aye, they think I'm a thick cunt and I don't know. I'd be on the radio, you know what I mean? And this, whatever it was, the diff went in the top of the Antar, which is 110 tons, you know, with a tank on and that.
Aye.
So I'd be on the radio and I'd be going like to the fucking boss that was a prick, like, he was like, oh, sir, yes, low, what is it? Fucking low, cheeky bastard. Anyway, sir, the diffs went on fucking, we had different names for all the different vehicles. He said, oh, right, how long do you think it'll be? Sir, I can't hear. What? Sir, oh, 2 days, sir. Can you hear me? Brick man, eh? Hey, can you hear me? 2 days, and then we put it down, fix the fucking thing, and spend 3-4 days there. Again. Aye, fucking resilience and take the piss out of us. You know what I mean?
So what about after you left the army, Andy? What did you do after that? Were you put into work or anything? Or
Aye, I went and worked for the council and all. I had 3 jobs. Again, see, I've seen life from both sides. I had worked for the council and I was doing multi-drops, you know, agency work. So I was working 3 jobs and fucking paying the fucking rent. So I know that crack of running around paying this and fucking... I come back one day and fucking... the landlord had fucking found some other fucker to pay more money, so he gave me an eviction notice. So I thought, fuck this, and I was fucking tired, so I thought, fuck this, I need to get out of here. So I had a little Alpha sports car, so I put me and my dog, had a little dog, Craig, a little collie, and we went, and I heard someone on the radio about Stonehenge, you know, Stonehenge. I thought, oh, I'm going to go and have a look at that. So I drove over there, because I used to drive sometimes just to try and clear your head, like. When I went over there, there was all these fuckers with buses and all that. And, you know, at first when I pulled in, I was thinking, oh, scuzzy back, whatever, you know what I mean? Ended up, sat there, and this fucking lassie gave me 2 bits of cake. And I thought it was to do with, like, Amnesty International. I thought it was like a donation thing. So I got these 2 bits of cake, like, you know, hash cake. I didn't know it was hash cake, like, so I'm having this bit of hash cake. I give the Doug a fucking bit of hash cake. So
I know.
3 fucking days we were sat there, like, just smiling away, happy. I went back to Southampton. I put a notice on the fucking door, help your fucking selves. Put what I could into the car, put the Doug in there, put what I could in the car, left the fucking door open, help yourselves, you fucking vultures. You know what it's like there. Went back to fucking Stonehenge, swapped the fucking car for a fucking blim bus, a little blim bus, and since then, whatever, you know what I mean?
Kicked about the country for the last 40 years.
Yeah. I got pissed once when I was down in Southampton, Dover, and I knew the guy that worked on the ferries, you know, the chef. And when I woke up in the morning, I got pissed and I hadn't got back off the ferry, so I ended up in Cali. So I ended up, fuck it. So I phoned my bosses again there, and I says, fuck this, I'm off for a wander, I'm in France and that, so I quit. Oh, you can't do that. Well, I've fucking done it. So I spent a year in France just wandering around with a rucksack. I used to go around with, like, you know, the French baguettes, the big fucking, it looked like fucking aerials, you know, like I was back in the army days. 2 big French baguettes, 10 tins of sardines and 2 bottles of red wine, and just travelled all over France, stayed in chateaus, stayed in fucking, you know what I mean? Free learning.
Freedom.
Yeah, and learning.
Experiencing life,
Yeah.
mate, innit?
Resilience and all that.
Most definitely.
Fucking.
What about this place then, Andy? Drumbeg, what brought you up here? Do you know what I mean? This is a bit out the way, it's right up with...
This is just one of thousands of fucking park-ups and stepping stones that I've got. Because like I say, I own the whole fucking lot and own nothing. But over the years, I've parked here, little car. We've stayed down there in a tent and all that. Me, the wife, 2 dogs, 2 cats, and working the fucking beaches and cleaning the beaches. So I've actually stopped at this place hundreds and hundreds of times, you know. But it's nice because I've got no neighbours for fucking 5 miles that way. I've got no neighbours for 5 miles that way. I've got fucking access to my slipway to the Scottish Navy, I call it, my 3 little boats. And I can bring down the best fucking boat with them bastards, man, believe me. Get this little fucking thing, I'll fucking sink whatever fucking boat you fucking want, mate. No fucking bother. I've got fucking access to the internet. She's fucking sheltered from most of the
It's a
fucking
good wee spot, I
storms.
must say. Yeah, isn't it?
It's no bad, you know. I done well looking at that right move on the fucking internet.
Right move.
See, this is it, innit? The Scots sitting together, man, wherever we go in the world, innit, man?
Oh, fuck, aye,
And this is
100%,
what
man,
it's about, waking
100%.
our own fucking nation up. You know what I mean? It's like independence. I was born as a wee fucking boy. When I asked the Almighty, she says, "Aye, son." You know, when I says to her, "Can I have a wee bit of land?" She says, "Aye, no bother, son." And again, you get the religious ones going, "What are you talking about? It's no she, God's a man." It's saying, "Well, no, my Almighty." She says, "Aye." She says, "So she gave me the whole of Scotland." You fucking mad. And I've done it to coppers, man. I've printed off when I had a printer, and you know the proper lease, not lease, but the right to own the land. I can't remember what you call that. But we had one where I copied it off the internet.
A load of
Aye, missives. It's to do that you own it. When we done it, where I printed off the internet, and then Mel used to do like she was crafts and all that as well. Candle wax with a stamp and a little bit of ribbon.
like the seal.
To say that I own all this land, this country. You know the one I was telling you about from KLB. They give me. So I pulled this out. I said, "I own all this fucking land, man."
It's mine. It's like Stephen, isn't it?
Yeah.
My
So
island.
I don't need a bit of paper. Aye. I don't need a bit of paper to tell me I'm fucking independent. As far as I'm concerned, my country's independent. You can fuck off and argue over there. You can argue about the colour of shite as we know, or I live in an independent country. You can fuck off with your millions. You can
That's what I
fucking.
like to hear, big man.
Aye.
That's what I call power.
They
You
talk.
need more people like yourself, do you
Yeah,
know what I mean?
it's
Yeah.
your fucking country. You can fuck off, man. It's like the fucking road. It's like the midge. I fucking love the midge, man. The midge have fucking helped. I have total respect. The amount of times I've been packed up and we've had the fucking police at us giving us fucking shit. And then the wee midge come, man, and they're out there giving it all that. They're trying to, where have you come from? And I'm going, over there. Are you being funny? And I'm going, no, but where are you going? Fucking over there. Well, it depends. If I feel horny, I might be shagging her, and she'd be in the back going, fucking laughing, you know what I mean? And this copper out there giving her, well, fucking make sure you're fucking gone. So I'll be going, I love the midget. And they're going, you fucking talking about? Apart from nothing else, they're fucking food for fucking swallow, you damn bastard. They fuck off. Same as the Romans conquered the whole known fucking world, didn't they? They got the fuck up here. People think it was because of us. It was as well. But the main fucking thing is they fucking got up here and get attacked by midge and fucking legged it. So they built a fucking wall, man. So fucking up. Same as the Clegg, man. Brilliant. I stand there with the midge all over you. Fucking again, it's this thing of.
Handle bastard, either.
But the thing is, when you
it.
fucking yeah, but and it's showing them respect as well. Then it's the same as the Clegg. I've been bit, but it's good. It's a good thing to get bit because it helps with their immune system. If you go to South America, you'll see that in the old tribes and that. They used to do that as youngsters. They have a thing, it's, you know, like the red ant. It's the most powerful stinging fucking beastie in the fucking world. This fucking, it's fucking just one bite. Well, what they do for kids, they have these gloves and they sew these ants in with their stingers going that way. Then the kids, 10-year-olds, and you'll see it going in it, and they put the gloves on, and then they get stung to fuck. But what it is they've built up a huge immune system.
Aye.
These fuckers here, they give them a fucking peanut, and they're on the floor fucking dying. And fuck, man.
Not allergy.
Yeah, fuck's it. And this young kid at 10-year-old, what the fuck, man? That's how far you have come away from nature.
A lot of people say that even bee stings are good for you, do you know what I mean?
It's all nettles.
Nettles are good for you.
Nettles are fucking nettles. That's what it's all about. I call it nature's acupuncture. That's what it is.
And it's,
do you know what I mean?
all synthetic shit now, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're not living off nature anymore. We're synthetic humans, a lot of people, aren't they? They're no...
It's the same Mel when she got burnt with radiotherapy down in Reading. And they were all different creams and all this shit. And see, I never tell Mel what to do. You know, like I don't go to hospitals, doctors. But her choice was to go. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to tell her what. She was there, and they burnt her on the radiotherapy really, really bad under the tit, and they were trying all different creams. You know, you got that MRS, and you got all these different fucking shit, blah, 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 and they were all there. I had enough one day. I said, fuck this. We were down there, and I drove her from there all the way up to Morecambe. Do you know it, by Stranraer and the Markers? Down by Stranraer and all that.
I've been down there a few times.
Aye, well, Monreath Beach was one of our old favourites, so I drove her from Reading all the way up, took her to Monreath Beach, took her in swimming. 10 minutes after that, whole thing gone. Drove her all the way back down to fucking Newbury where we were, because I was working on a big estate that I knew a lord and lady again. Really, really nice. Took her back to the hospital and that. They were going, Mel says, this nurse says to her, she says, oh, it's all cleared up. And she says, aye, my husband took me back to Scotland to the fucking Monreath Beach and that, and it went. She says, oh, it won't be that. It's probably the antibiotics and all that's kicked in. And my wife's going, no. She says, as soon as he took me in swimming and that, because we were in there with the wee fish and everything, like she was screaming and all that with the fish, and I said, it's cool, just relax, and it did. And again, see, they didn't take our word for it. What the fuck do you know as travellers? Do you know what I'm saying?
That's the thing, there's a cure for everything, isn't there? It's a lot to do with our mindset and all, because we are the self-healers, aren't we? Our body's self-regulating. And
we generate some of the most powerful fucking drugs, fucking unbelievable drugs. It's like when I broke my fucking jaw. You know the old fucking petter engines, like they were, you know, the diesel, you fucking, and then you get that kickback, don't you, if you make a mistake, you know the one I mean? The handle. Aye, well I was doing fucking Stockcross, which was near Newbury. I was outside and I got this old bastard going and I was half asleep, it kicked back, broke my fucking jaw, my eye came out. So I was outside and I'm telling you the truth here. Mel was in, she'd just done her fucking night shift at the care home and that. I come in the caravan. I says, babe, and she was half asleep, like, you know, just waiting up, getting ready for shift and that. I says, I've had a wee accident, my fucking eye was in it. My fucking jaw was doing there. I says, I've just done a wee accident. And she's going, what the fuck, what have you done now? When I walked in, she went, fuck, we'll have to get you the doctor. I says, fuck that, man. So I put my fucking eye back in, like, and it was fucking bastard sore. And then I had fucking, I always